I am going live on YouTube today. Hi, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hopefully it works. There it goes. Hello, Arlandria. How are you? My audio is very low. Something happened yesterday when we were collabing, and I don't know what. I did not touch a thing. Let me quit Wavelink and reopen it. Which is maybe gonna kill the music, maybe not. Okay, so audio input capture looks exactly the same as it did before. Like, meaning the levels in OBS are turned all the way up. I mean, I can certainly turn up my microphone in wavelength, but something is not right. Hold on. I bet you that fixed it, didn't it? That's much different now, I bet. Windows had changed my input device. Who even knows what that was? That is so weird. Yeah, it's a feature, sure. Thank you, Cranston. Thank you. Thank you for making sure that my audio isn't garbage. I really appreciate it. If you weren't here yesterday, we'll talk about it in a second, but it was a good day, but an emotional day, and Stream Raiders is officially no more. Officially, Stream Raiders is all wrapped up, and we actually ended up having here. Hi. It's been a very eventful and emotional 24 hours. Thank you. For always, being so supportive. So Tell me if the music level is okay. I turned the music way down because of the audio issues yesterday. If it's too quiet, let me know. Or too loud. So quick recap. Yesterday we were playing some Stream Raiders, and Bread for Kids figured out we were live with the game and asked me if I'd like to come be a guest on his stream, and it was a delight. Music is good. Thank you. It was a delight, but it was very emotional. Arlandria, I'm sorry to hear that you're not well, but I'm happy that you're hanging out with us today. And congratulations again on winning the yarn yesterday. We'll be giving away more yarn in a couple of hours here. I think I owe you guys one giveaway, and we're 2 new sub points away from another giveaway of some yarn from me. I'm trying to destash, so I'm instead of trying to push a sale, I'm just saying, hey, if you guys support the channel, I'll give it away. Thank you. So we got to hop in and be part of Bread's stream and do a collab, sort of impromptu with Bread and Ms. Dope Sauce, Arrow Garfield. Well, there's one of them. Arlandria, you used your Prime.
Arlandria 83 just subscribed with
Thank
Prime.
you. Arlandria, thank you so much. That's so amazing. Thank you for doing that. You did not need to do that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Helping me cover the cost of the yarn that you won yesterday. I mean, we're doing the sub points for that. So it's already taken care of. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate that. You could have used it anywhere. Could have used it on any monetized channel, and you chose to use it here. And you know what else that means? 2 things. You get to pick a chicken. You get to pick a resin chicken to hop in the bowl. And you also get to pick, or you also get a big red rubber chicken squawk, because not only is that a Prime, that's a free range organic sub, chat. Free range organic sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so kind. Thank you for supporting the channel. Don't forget to check to see if your Prime is ready, chat. I need reminders as well. Mine comes up on April 10th. Make sure you kind of have that in your mind when yours is coming up, because you have to go ahead and pick a person and use it every 30 days. Even if you want to keep it with the same person, you have to go in and use your Prime manually every 30 days. So thank you, Arlandria. That's so incredibly kind. I really appreciate it. Every last, sub, bit cheered, all of it, staying through ads, it all helps and adds up so that I can continue doing this full time. So thank you. I really appreciate you. Yes, sub hype indeed. 9po good egg. Why is that one? Did I take that one out? I must have taken that out, that emote. Huh. I'll have to fix that. If you're joining us on YouTube, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. We are very close to YouTube partner level 2, which means that I will be able to earn ad revenue from shorts and from my videos. Working on YouTube is something that always seems to fall to the wayside when we are busy with other things. So been super busy. Thank you, Cranston. Thank you. Super busy with charity this last month. We're even missing out on the Moco partner party, which is okay. They're kicking butt. They've already had like an insane number of sales. Please do make sure you go over and wish them a happy partnerversary, and check out all of the different artists and crafters who are participating in their big partner party, their big PP Energy event, including our friend So Royal, who has a Christmas, and if you are a yarn junkie, So Royal has a Christmas in July advent that is opened up for pre-orders today. So if you guys are not already following So Royal, she does stream here. But in addition to that, she also has this Christmas in July advent. Here's the direct link to that. The theme this year is Lisa Frank, which is really awesome. So if you're a 80s or 90s kid, 12 20-gram mini skeins of fingering sock, DK, or worsted. Shipping is included in the $99 it costs to pre-order this. Pre-orders are open from April 1st through May 20th of this year, and the ship date is June 15th of 2025. Please make sure you check that out. We love Soil.
Someone just
in your
subscribed
general
to the
direction.
YouTube channel.
Your mother was a
Thank
hamster,
you.
and your father smelt of elderberry.
Thank you for the YouTube subscription. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a free way you can help the channel. And thank you for farting in my general direction, Lotus. $99 pre-orders from April 1st through May 20th. Ship date of June 15th. I don't know if there's going to be like a a project associated with this. It doesn't say anything about that in the description, but that doesn't mean there isn't something in the works. We love So Royal. The yarn is gorgeous. And please support our friend. And if you want to buy that, I think there might be a code. Story. La, 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 la. Okay. Yes, thank you, Petey. So we need to do a big, huge, giant red rubber chicken squawk for you, Arlandria, which gets quite noisy. So those of you who are sensitive to noise might, maybe, perhaps want to lower your volume because we're going to do this with reverb.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother
You
was a
guys are
hamster,
very gassy
and
today.
your father smelt of
Retzel!
elderberry.
Hi, Retzel. How are you, Retzel? Retzel, you guys are very gassy today, Retzel. Did you have too many pretzels? Or was it the cheese? Are you dipping the pretzels in the cheese? You blame the coffee. Okay, this is a preview. It's going to get louder than this, okay? Arlandria, 83, used their Prime to subscribe to the channel, putting us at 25 out of 26 sub points for another yarn giveaway. And also, it was a free-range organic sub. And you know what that means, chat. That means it's time for Big Red. Let's go. Give it up for Big Red, everybody. I think you guys need some coffee. It's rather quiet in the chat right now. Arlandria did a free range organic sub. One night at dinner in Milwaukee, you got an appetizer, hot pretzel, that was 14 inches across. That's crazy. If I was there, I'd find a way to put reverb on a megaphone and yell it across the restaurant. That's completely insane. How do you call that an appetizer? It's 14 inches across. That's almost the length of a human baby when it comes out of the womb. Are you ready, chat? This is for you, Alandria. We love you. Thank you so much for using your Prime. And never, not once, not ever before, deciding to subscribe to the stream yourself, having received a gift sub from anyone. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you. Thank you, Arlandria. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Some people do not like that. That's why I try to give, that's one opinion. Listen, Cranston, don't I do a pretty good job, generally speaking? Generally. I'm not going to say that I've never, kind of just went for it and not really given people much of a warning. But I generally try to warn you sufficiently. Arlandria, you also get to pick a color for a resin chicken. Which resin chicken would you like? I have light pink, a purple chicken. Purple's a pretty popular color. Ooh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Color. Thank you, Arlandria. Yeet. In you go. This little bowl is getting rather full. Oh, wait. I think we need to do something. I think we need to here, I'm going to put you aside for a second and we're going to count everything that's in here. Okay. This is you, Arlandria. You are the little purple chicken. Okay. You're a little purple chicken, but we need to count everything in here. And I think we need to start this fresh every month at the very least. I think I might need a bigger container. That's you guys' fault. Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll figure out some way we can tie this to like a giveaway. Could even just be fourth wall merchandise. Nothing, you know. A Pogkini. I can already hear Conan. Yes, Pogkini. Conan, you lurking around? No, I'm not trying to drag anybody out of their lurk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 squeaky chickens. That's a lot of squeaky chickens, you guys. And these were raiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Twenty-three of those little guys. How many big chickens did I say? Oh gosh. I should have written it down. I can go back. My kids are like, why do you use Yapper as a tag on Twitch? I'm like, you guys think that you get to own all the new slang and nobody else is allowed to use it. Freaking blah, 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 blah.
Right?
I'm 9.5.
I'm like, I've been yapping.
Yep, you were right. I went back and looked at the VOD. Thank you. You were right, Alandria. It was 28 squeaky chickens. I was yapping before it was even skibbity. And how do they think they came to exist? It is my limitless Riz. Infiniriz. I did kind of. I was like, yo, what's up? I mean, my husband bought me lunch, right? Our first, not a date, but kind of. I went into the place he was working. Yeah. Hi, Silver. I went into the place he was cooking, right? He was cooking. We were both restaurant. I was on my day off. I went in. I was ordering like little plates from this place that he was working at. He kept sending me these other extra little plates. And then I had no bill. He wouldn't let them charge me. He used his like employee credit. He said, I don't want my employee meal today. I want to pay for her lunch. And I was like, sup? I said, what are you doing? Are you getting out of work soon? He goes, yeah. I was like, do you want to go have a drink? We went down the street to this bar called Beulah Land and had a whiskey and talked about books and all this other stuff. And if we didn't already exchange numbers and said, you know, let's go. Do you want to go see a movie sometime? And at the time, I was confused as to whether or not this was like. I joke and say that I mean, I was like going for it, but kind of not. Like, I was like, I don't even know. I don't know. We had known each other a really long time, and I'd not really thought about him that way up to that point. But I was like, there's something about him. He's, you know, he's a big old Viking of a dude. I was like, maybe I'm over all these skinny fixed gear riding indie rock nerds. No offense if that describes you. There's a type for everyone out there. But he was and is an amazing cook. And there's something about that. Even if you're not like a super food focused person, like I can forget to eat, but I love food. And he sent me this yogurt mousse with plum honey, and it was because it was like they had dried plums and then put them in honey. And that was what was on top of the mousse. And it was so good. And just the fact that he sent that to me and I hadn't asked for it, but it was like totally the kind of dessert that I enjoy. And I was like, all right. And we went to go see Coraline in the movie theater. And that was it. We met up at a place that he used to work at that's a Portland landmark called Huber's. We had not Irish coffees. They do Spanish coffees there. We had Spanish coffees, I think, or maybe we just had martinis. I can't remember. But they're famous for their Spanish coffees. And we went to the movie. And then we went and had, a couple more drinks. And he walked me back to my place. And he was like kind of much more of a gentleman toward me than a lot of guys that I had seen in the last like maybe 10 years prior to that. And that was part of it too. Was that I could tell that he was genuinely interested in me and not just, that goes a long way when you feel like somebody's genuinely interested in you and they're not just in a hurry to like, yeah, exactly. I could tell that he found me attractive, and thank goodness we both still feel that way about each other. You know what I mean? Like, but we got along too and had, we have a similar sense of humor. There's some stuff he could be kind of extra trolly sometimes. And I have to be like, bruh. But I mean, yeah, several kids later, And now we get to run a comic book shop together, and I do this for a living, and you guys are a huge part of why I get to spend more time with my kids and partner. Thank you. Are you talking about Blue Star? Lotus. Blue Star donuts are huge and they're expensive. I feel like fancifying donuts to that level. Okay, so there's Voodoo, which a lot of people know about because they have a bunch of stores all over the place now. There's Voodoo.
Good morning, April Fools.
KBJ. Thank you for the 333 bits, KBJ. You didn't make me jump that time. I'm sorry. I didn't. Maybe I need to turn the volume up on that one just a tiny bit. There's people who are like, please don't. Okay. Every place might have the one thing they do really well or that is unique, right, Raboyo? I feel like Voodoo, all they do that's unique is they have cheeky merchandise that says, like, the magic is in the hole and good things come in a pink box or something. I don't know. Anyway, I remember when Voodoo was just the one location downtown and it was just kind of this like janky little, independently run, funky donut shop. And the donuts were pretty all right. But like the point of going there was like the staff was like, and they had like a devil donut and whatever. It's very gimmicky if you ask me. Cocoa Donuts. Thank you, KBJ. I was just going to say, do you want just a good donut? Do you want a good donut and decent coffee? Cocoa Donuts. COCO. I agree. I like Cocoa Donuts. Pips is fun because they fry them to order for you, but it's kind of out of the way of the rest of the beaten path in Portland. That's over in Northeast, right, KBJ? There's one person in Portland who, when you mention donuts, they are always mentioning Blue Star. They have some that are pretty decent. They do like the old-fashioned. I think they do more like cake donuts. Yeah, exactly, KBJ. And I'm not waiting in line. Right. I'm not waiting at Blue Star is for Instagram. I'm not waiting in line for Voodoo, especially. I'm not waiting in line in the rain for Voodoo. I'm not waiting in line in the rain for Screen Door Brunch. I'm not waiting in line in the rain for anything in Portland. Like, I'll see the line start forming outside a Screen Door, and I'm like, fools. Is that little coffee shop still downtown, not far from Powell's? What was it called? Fuller's? Fuller's Coffee Shop? I don't know if it's still owned by the same people. It's just a little, a little dive, almost. It's like they serve their coffee in the brown mugs. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that are like kind of slightly fluted. It's just diner food, but it's good. Diner chic, yeah. I worked at a place called Lauren and Dottie's, and it doesn't exist anymore, and I miss Lauren and Dottie's. They had the best potato pancakes. We had really good potato pancakes, and a bunch of other stuff was really tasty. Maybe the mugs are clear, but the coffee makes them appear brown. Get out of here. They have the crispy hash browns that are probably just like from the frozen potatoes. They got the burger with the iceberg lettuce and the, dill pickle chips and on the like cheap white bun with the poppy seeds, and you know, you can have your fried eggs over your corned beef hash and your marble rye. Like it's just comfort food. It's in Northwest. It's just a few blocks away from Powell's. So if you're gonna be if you're going to be at Powell's and you want a place to have breakfast in the vicinity, you could go there first. They're only open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on every day except Sundays when they're open at 8. They close at 2 every day. Fuller's is a Portland tradition. My husband used to work for the people at Byways. Oh, I'm sure you do. I was just saying, Lotus is saying, Lotus, stop trying to put me on a schedule. I love you. Lotus asked about Blue Star Donuts. Lotus asked about Blue Star Donuts. And that just, you know, spawned a conversation about it spawned a conversation about Portland restaurants. I'm missing some things. You wish you lived closer so you could be at the shop. Yeah, it's all good. We're talking about ways to try and do some online sales, but we got to watch it with that. We can't get wrapped up in too much of that stuff because we really focus on trying to make sure we have product in stock for people in the area, because that's the draw of the place for the locals, is that, you know, they go to Walmart, they're sold out. We have it. It might be just slightly more expensive than Walmart, but you're still...
Another one.
Holy heck. KBJ. That's another yarn giveaway. Thank you, KBJ. Thank you so much. I would joke that Lotus is stuck with us for the next 180 days, but I'm pretty sure we're stuck with Lotus for eternity. And I love you, Lotus. Lotus has been following the channel. There you go, Lotus. Let it out. Boom, roasted. We love you, Lotus. Lotus has been following the channel since May 13th of 2021. You're coming up on a 4-year follow. So thank you. I appreciate you. I love you, Lotus. Man, it feels good to reverb for it again. Thank you for giving Lotus the gift, KBJ, of... that was a little of my dad's style of love just now. 180 days. 180 days. 180 days, a whole half a year of tier 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that, KBJ. You just realized that was a frickin' 6-monther. Yes, legendary indeed. Lotus, we need to count these, but then I'm going to put your chicken aside here with Arlandria's. What color chicken would you like to be? Oh, did you? Oh, you said if you were a number. Ah, I see. Thank you, KBJ. That's so incredibly generous. Thank you very much, friend. And thank you, KBJ, for participating in our fundraiser for Big Table this last month. And that brings me to our next topic of discussion. If any of you are going to be participating in St. Jude Play Live Challenge season and you're just raring to get started on the very first day, there is a team campaign. I set it up this morning. You are more than welcome to join us. You will need to join the team, so please fill out the form. Did I see the crochet? No! Stop it! Danielle, why? I'm trying to get rid of yarn. You're almost at your goal, KBJ. I'm going to leave it open for a little while. I'm going to leave the big table one open. I'm going to let people keep fundraising on that one if they want to. Maybe we'll leave it open through April. I don't see any reason to close it, honestly. I really don't see a reason to close it. This was all us. This wasn't some kind of event that they were doing on their own. And I really love what they do. And I think they are just absolutely thrilled to have us supporting them. No, stop it. Stop talking about, no. Especially with this So Royal thing with the advent calendar. You know how bad I want that Lisa Frank advent calendar? I can't do it. You guys go do it, though. You can do it. I'm going to check in with Ghost. KBJ. We raised almost $3,000 for them, you guys. $2,944.99 for Big Table. Amazing. That's so awesome. I'm going to talk to Ghost and see if he wants to keep his open at all. If he does, I'll leave it. If he doesn't, or Hooking Hijinks. That's really incredible. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. The St. Jude one, here, let me... I haven't even created my campaign for it yet. And I won't. Until, that's the page for the team fundraiser. If you're already on the Tiltify team, you should be able to just go ahead and set up your campaign as a support campaign through Tiltify. You're wearing Lisa Frank Crocs right now. You want Lisa Frank yarn. $99 shipping included, your choice. It is wool, Lotus. I don't remember if you like working with wool or not. Here's the link. And there might be a discount code. I don't know. I should... Maybe the price is pretty reasonable if you ask me. It's 100... Wait. No, it is 12 20-gram mini skeins, which means a total of what? 240 grams? Squatched, I know you fundraise for St. Jude, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything, but if you'd like to join our team, we would love to have you if you're not already fundraising with a team for Play Live, if you're participating. If you still have a bunch of work to do on the hammers and another project is in the works. Anyone who wants to join us to fundraise for St. Jude during Play Live Challenge season, please. I won't be running my campaign probably until maybe even after this month. I'll probably start in May. How you doing, Ruthless Ghost? It's lovely to see you. You like my hat? It's available. Here. Get one for yourself. And you can gift them to chat while we're live. Hi, Game Junkie. How you doing? All right, we need to reset the sub goal. There's so much stuff. Start new goal. 50 new sub points. D-stash giveaway. Start goal. Oh, it's all good. It's not going anywhere. These are not a limited time merch item, and there's no pressure for anybody to do anything. Also, Club First. Yes. Gosh, I should just set up my campaign. Oh my God, they want so much information.
So many units. Every one of you is a unit. Okay.
You can't be a unit. Thank you very much for the 25 bits. KBJ, thank you for the Tangia interaction. KBJ, are you feisty because you had to get up early? There's nothing in there. There absolutely zero. I don't even have an overlay set up or anything. I could do that really quickly. I'll show you. This is how fast you can get, this is how fast you can get a campaign set up for St. Jude or any other organization. I don't do the QR codes. I feel like I'm not sure how much people actually use them. I highly recommend that you add the widget for donation matches. All right. Once a stream, we talk about St. Jude because we support them sometimes up to 3 times a year. I know we've done 3 in a year before. They are a leader in research and treatment in the United States, and they're trying to expand globally. This is Play Life Challenge season, which happens once a year in April and May. Streamers from Twitch and YouTube from all over the place run charity campaigns to benefit St. Jude. A lot of people are gaming. You can totally do whatever you like on your stream as long as you're following the rules. Maybe keeping in mind that you're fundraising for a children's charity. But yeah, there's a lot going on with challenge season, and they have a prize grid. I am sad that I can't go to Summit this year. This is a Tiltify overlay, trying to keep my stuff organized. Okay. And all I do is so I can show the alerts without making you guys feel like there's any kind of pressure or obligation to donate when we're not actively fundraising, is I just scooch the overlay up. Scooch. And then that's it. It's done. Like, how long did that take me? Maybe 5 minutes. I was able to sit here and do it on stream. You're overtired. You got up at 8 a.m. Tomorrow you're getting up early again to go to the DMV. Whee! Need to get your vehicle re-registered. Can we trade days? I have to walk a mile on broken glass tomorrow, and your day sounds better than mine. Oh, no. It's the only thing worse than it's making a joke. 3 to 5 minutes. It takes very little time once you're used to it. Obviously, if you're brand new to this, I understand that it might not be that quick for you. But what I'm trying to get at is if you need help, it's a simple process. I can help you. You can get an overlay in there. It's up to you to put in incentives and milestones and your information. If you're not already set up on Tiltify, that can take some time. But once you have a Tiltify account and all that, you're pretty much good to go. So if you want to join us, if you're nervous about being a first-time charity supporter, please don't let that stop you. That's a normal and natural feeling. Please don't let that stop you. Lotus, what color chicken do you want to be? Pink, light pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white? And we need to count these chickens. Don't count your chickens until the bowl is full. Thank you so much, you guys, for the insane amount of support over the last week or two. Woo! 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, I should switch scenes. 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37. Green. Hi, Bex. How are you, Bex? Okay. There is one purple and one green chicken. Maybe these should just be resubs. I don't know. I never know what I'm doing. How are you, Bex? I'm good. We are just talking about how to get set up fundraising for St. Jude. If you want to, we do have a club first command, but I might adjust that here. Oh, the bot. I wonder if it's working again. Only one way to find out. Uh-oh. It looks like it might be kind of borked. Oh, they've updated this. It's updated. I need to put this stuff in the Discord. That's where you can get all the tools, and they have their own progress bars you can use if you don't want to use the Tiltify ones. Ball pit. Cool. Lifetime raised overlay? Thank you, Cranston. Thank you. Thank you. Good to keep moving, chat. Good to keep your circulation going.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberry.
Holy cow. There's a lot of campaigns in there. All right. A $5 donation. A $5 donation to St. Jude can cover the cost of an isolation gown for a parent. $6 covers an IV tubing kit. $7 can provide a blank medical teaching doll that helps St. Jude patients understand medical treatment procedures. $10 can provide a new toy for the hospital play areas. There are amounts going all the way up to $5,000, which provides the daily room rate of the ICU for a St. Jude patient. Here's one that's, it's not a pleasant thing to think about, but I'm sure the parents feel very relieved by this kind of help. Your $57 donation can help provide necessities for parents who may have hurriedly left home after their child's diagnosis. These are the things we don't think about. I love the $100 one because that's the little red wagon. Very cool. All right. So that's set up. And it's easy. You go to that Play Live Experience, St. Jude org. Could I briefly go into what I run for incentives for a campaign that isn't maybe at the forefront like this one? Are you talking about Club First? Or are you talking about our Play Live right now? I don't have any incentives in there until I'm actively fundraising, typically. If you want to do a more chill fundraiser where you're not doing a bunch of crazy stuff all the time, one thing you could do is have some sort of a board, and anytime someone makes a donation, they go up on that board with a special shaped piece of paper. It could be something themed after your channel. For example, we have chickens, so you could do eggs or, whatever. If there's an animal that's part of your theme or a shape that would make sense, and you can write their name on it, pin it to the board as a thank you. There's a lot of different ways that you can do some kind of more low-key incentives. Or what you could do also is have a poll Have you ever used the polls in Tiltify where people can vote using their donation? You could put 3 different games in there that you've not played yet, or games that you don't like playing, or whatever. Or costumes that you would have to wear, a game that you would have to play and cosplay one of the characters. You know, no one had ever used it before. Well, you got to publicize it, which is kind of tough. And unfortunately, you can't associate donations with the poll after they've been made. Or there's also the targets. I think you can put a polls overlay. Yeah, you can. There is a polls overlay that shows what your poll is on the screen. The visual is so helpful. Definitely make use of these tools because visuals are so helpful. It really, you have to put it in front of people. You got to put it in front of people. You could also make it something simple like, use your mouse with your non-dominant hand for 5 minutes. Or, you know, the Bean Boozled is a pretty popular one. It could be give you a treat. It could be something you like eating. What a concept. They have some new features in there as well. Maybe we will schedule a Discord call with everybody who's on the charity team. We can go over the stuff that they have available. Fundraising for St. Jude has been a huge part of what we do here for some time, and I'm very proud to be a St. Jude supporter. I've been to the hospital. I've seen what they do firsthand. I've met patients who have benefited from their services during the time that we have fundraised for them. It is absolutely life-changing to visit there, and people who are treated at St. Jude, families that have received treatment there, they are St. Jude families for life. And many of the children who are treated there go on to work in, epidemiology, oncology. They even work for the organization. Oh, of course. I really love what they do. And I'm going to change this. We'll still do Club First, but we might as well update it with the link to our Play Live campaign for now. So we can go back to the other link when we're done with Play Live. So there it is. If you want to donate, that's great. I don't have any incentives, milestones, or anything else plotted out in there. We've been very busy with charity this past month. I haven't had time yet to sit down and figure all that out for my own campaign. We do creative season and put a huge effort into that every year. And I feel like that's a better place for us to focus our team fundraising energy, being that we're all a bunch of, art and making nerds. But I would love it if you do want to participate. That's why the team campaign is there. We are Team St. Jude, so I will not be upset or offended if someone chooses to participate elsewhere. But I'd love to have you, and I will be running my own campaign, but just not until later in the season. And if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. This will be our 7th Play Live Challenge season. Number 7. So, super happy to be part of what they do. Did you guys hear that? Okay, I must have. One moment. I'll answer your question in just 1 second, Lotus. 1 moment. I'm giving away 2 skeins of yarn. And while supplies last, one of those skeins will be hand-dyed yarn from me. And if we get past that, then I will, you know, it's not going to be Red Heart either. It's going to be like nice stuff that I have in my stash that I'm probably not going to use. And it's going to be random, you know, weights and stuff like that.
Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Senpai, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, readers. Welcome to the Fart Zone. How are you doing? We're so happy to have you.
Welcome to the Fart Zone.
How was your stream?
Welcome to the Fart Zone. Welcome.
I'm just
to the
finishing
Fart
adjusting
Zone.
something real quick in OBS.
To the Fart Zone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in.
Welcome to the Fart
How was your
Zone.
stream?
To the
You
Fart
get to
Zone.
hop. You're our first raid of April.
Welcome to the Fart
You are our
Zone.
first
Welcome to the
raid
Fart
of
Zone.
April. You're the very first April raid. Thank you. Hi, Hybrid. How are you? You get to be the first one to jump in the bowl. The bowl of Bachnificence. What would you like to be? Pink, orange, yellow, off-white, white, green, tan, or purple. Did I say blue? We have blue as well. That's a lot of raids from the other day. Did we not get any raids yesterday? Wow. That's unusual. I thought we got raids yesterday. Quiltoni raided us. There was a lot going on yesterday. But please give Quiltoni a follow. Amazing friend of the stream. It only lasts for a little while after the raid. Green, please, if that was an option. You're having a fun time. You were having a fun time playing Stardew. It is. Green. Wee. Fun time playing Stardew with crowd control. Chat caused some chaos. I mean, that will happen for sure. Welcome in, everyone. We're super happy to have you. Mildly under dramatic wave. We would never. Especially with the Ardent Jest Innocent emote. That's like... That's one of these.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Thank you, Bex.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So, we were just talking right before you got here about St. Jude Play Live Challenge season, which starts today. I am not pushing a charity campaign to the forefront yet, probably until at least halfway through next month. I have too many other things going on. I have a part-time job after school, drama instructor. I've got 3 kids. We just wrapped up doing 2 charity campaigns in March. I need some time to prepare for my own personal campaign. However, if you want to join our team and fundraise for St. Jude, we are going to be fundraising for, I think that message might need adjusting. Yes, it does. We already did our big table event, which was great. And we also did Starlight at the beginning of the month. I love all these organizations. They're all wonderful. But St. Jude is the first one that I ever did a charity fundraiser for. And we have raised $139,741.38 for various charitable causes on Tiltify. Thank you, chat. Oh, this is cute. They have like little widget where like stuff fills up your screen every time there's a donation. It's really adorable. They brought out a bunch of new tools and fun things for people to use on their streams for St. Jude. So if you want to fundraise for them, please feel free to let me know. If you have any questions about fundraising for charity, I'm happy to help you. We are big fans of St. Jude around here. I am a crafter. I mostly do crochet, but I also do cross stitch, diamond painting, perler bead. We've done some food and drink streams. And my husband and I own and operate a TCG, TTRPG, and comic book shop in St. Helens, Oregon called Pantheon Comics and Games. And I actually beat Cranston to something for once. You could if you yes. What are you fundraising for? You're fundraising for World Wildlife Foundation, and the game is one of your milestones. I love that. That's so amazing. We love when other people are doing charity. You'd be welcome to post that link when you're ready. Let us know. Oh yeah, Cranston already got you a permit, so you're all set. It only lasts for 60 seconds though. Hi, Dueling Needles. I mean, you said shh. Hi, Dueling Needles. Love your face, Dueling Needles. Dueling Needles, I'm still waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, Dueling Needles. Really, there's no pressure or rush. Donation train. Wow. There's a bunch of really cool stuff in here. Our lifetime raised. Copy links to clipboard. We have raised $59,242.44 lifetime for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. That is amazing. Why? Why, RC? World Wrestling Federation? No. Yeah, no. Unless you want to, I don't know, wrestle with like a panda bear or something. No, you guys stop it. Make me regret things. Anyways, I had a heck of a morning. It started yesterday. Actually, I think it might have started the night before. I realized that some stuff in our freezer was thawing, and I was like, oh, somebody probably went and got something out of the freezer and left it open. So I closed it thinking, oh, it'll probably be fine. Well, spoiler, it wasn't fine. It wasn't fine at all. And I have this habit when bananas are too brown to eat fresh, I just toss them, peel and all. I just throw them in the freezer. There's like a whole top right section of the top drawer of my freezer that was all frozen bananas that I saved for making muffins and bread and all this other stuff. And I'd gotten kind of behind on that, right? There was a lot of bananas in there. When you defrost frozen bananas, chat, what happens? Anyone done that before? There's like a liquid. And it's fine when you, the bananas are mushy, but that's not the problem. There's like a liquid. Like when you defrost anything, there's liquid that comes out of it, right? Most of the time, right? Even if it's just condensation. And so there was this like banana liquor, but it's like sticky because it's, whatever. So I had to take my freezer was overdue for cleaning anyways. So I had to pull everything out of the freezer. I was like, oh man, I think it's just the freezer. Wasn't just the freezer. So everything's on ice and we have a repair request and they're supposed to come tomorrow. So I may or may not stream tomorrow. Usually not on Wednesdays anyways, but I was planning on it, but now I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they come early in the day. But even if they come early in the day, I'm supposed to go up to the school tomorrow I don't know. We'll see. But stuff like this is so frustrating, you know, because it's like, well, you absolutely can't live without a fridge these days, right? Like, not really. Not with 3 kids in the house. You know, if it was just me, I could not be so stressed about it. But I got a whole house full of people to feed. So, fridge got cleaned out real good. I finally bid adieu to a lock container full of anchovies and salt that I think may have made it through like 3 moves with us. I mean, it's anchovies and salt. It's like, that's how people used to preserve things, but they were old. My husband kept telling me not to throw them out. I'm like, this is like a science experiment at this point. But they really were like still very well preserved in there. They were in like a whole container of like rock salt, I think. And we would just take them out and make Caesar dressing every once in a while. But it was time to say goodbye to those anchovies. So yeah, everything is on ice. And I'm hoping that they will be able to come early tomorrow because, yeah, we can't live without a fridge. Thank goodness it didn't happen right before the weekend. That would have sucked. Anything more than a year equals crystalline cellular damage. So, yeah, maybe the ultra rare exception like the salt packing. Yeah, so if it's dried, if things are dried, that's different. And if you have a deep freezer, I think you can get them, you know, is that what you're saying? A deep freezer, you can go till like a year. Like even canned foods, you don't want to let them sit for too long. Like even if you know, like water, like they're processed. And things just get oxidized sometimes. And, you know, even if it's not going to hurt you to eat it, it's not going to taste very good. So might as well just pitch it. Like when we go foraging, you can dry the morels. Chanterelles don't do so hot. You found a game I could play with you instead of Fortnite. Let me guess. Repo. Deep freezer still. Yeah, moisture finds a way. Water equals nature's number 11 solvent. Do you mean number 1? Never been defeated. PUBG? If you freeze mushrooms too long, they taste like shiitake. It was 28 big chickens, 23 eggs, and how many resin chickens? I am terrible. Do you mean, when you say we, do you mean you and Preston? Who's we? Oh, Mateo, it was my pleasure. It really was pretty awesome to be able to do that yesterday. Guys, please make sure that you give our friend Bread for Kids a follow. He is such an amazing person. And I'll be honest with you, I lasted as long as I did playing Stream Raiders, due in no small part to the fact that a human being that awesome was involved with it. You and your friends from work and your best friend Roger. Okay. I'll consider it. If he wants to. If he's too busy for games, I totally understand that. It would be fun to play with Henry. Henry loves Repo. A lot of people have been playing it. I'm very appreciative of what Bread does. His channel is 100% charity for Extra Life. If you guys aren't following him, please make sure you do the thing. And then these other amazing individuals were part of it as well. Ms. Dope Sauce, who I've lurked before and stuff for like marbles and junk, but it was nice to, it's like little things like this where you go, I like this person. I'll hang out in their channel again soon. Ms. Dope Sauce, My Star, and Errol Garfield, who's a super sweetheart. The Uwu translator bot got me. I was laughing so hard. Uwu translator. The Uwu translator bot. We were all, we tried to do stream together, but My Star and AG had trouble with it. But Ms. Dope Sauce and I were in stream together with Bread, and we were all in Discord, and it really was lovely. And I mean, it's funny. I just feel like I haven't played in forever. For Bread to ask me to come and join something like that really meant a lot to me. I haven't really played very much Stream Raiders. We've done a couple one-offs here and there since we quit playing regularly. But yesterday was they were hitting the button to take down the servers. I know there is a game that some people have been working on that's meant to be like, as they describe it, a spiritual successor to Stream Raiders. And I considered checking it out. But I feel like that phase of our channel is over. And that yesterday was a really lovely conclusion to it. Sort of final farewell. Right. There's a whole huge community that formed around that game. It is 100% for things to have their time. Yes. And I understand completely why there are people who are interested in, something existing that can take its place. If Stream Raiders was a really big part of their channel, they have all this artwork that's been released to them that they can use for whatever they want. And I love all of our artwork and have it all saved. But I would rather focus on some other things, I think. I checked it out. It looks like fun. I encourage you to check it out with the streamers who are participating. But I ultimately decided that it was not something that I needed to sign myself up for. Particularly if it's going to have the similar... I would consider doing it if it's just like if they're going to have like dungeons. I would consider doing that mode, but I'm not interested in running daily campaigns of a game like that. It did work for us for the longest time. And I think it's a great tool for a lot of people to have something to stop, and take a break every 30 minutes and have something for your folks to do that runs in the background and you don't have to pay constant attention to it. But even the every 30 minutes, taking 5 minutes every 30 minutes, there were times when it was really difficult. And if I didn't run Stream Raiders every single time I was live, there were people who would come in and be like, why no Stream Raiders today? So the marbles stuff is faster, kind of silly and engaging as a community activity. Those word games I play. Yeah, marbles is great. And you could be like, we are playing marbles right now. And I'm also crocheting. I can kind of do something else while we're marbling. While we are definitely not rolling our balls commando. Right, chat? Did you guys know there's a t-shirt? Yeah, Bloop is even better because that's like, you just get points and stuff. I like marbles. I think it's great. They have a new creator program. I signed up for it already. If you're purchasing stuff from Marbles and you want to use my code, it's just 9.5. Exactly like my username. You don't roll your balls, Commando. Good, Game Junkie. That's good. Jan, if you want to DM me on Discord, go right ahead, honey. We can talk about playing Repo. We do have some collabs coming up, including less than a week from today. This coming Monday, we are going to be learning balloon art from Shayna of Sharp Balloons. Shayna Sharp of Sharp Balloons. Super excited for that. We also have a collab coming up later next week on Thursday with our amazing pal Pickstitch, fellow Artists and Makers Club founder, Twitch partner.
But commando means less clothing to buy, less money to spend, less laundry to do, and you never end up in the hospital with dirty drawers.
I mean, he has a point. Not that you've ever experienced that yourself. I assume. You know, when you were still with us in this mortal plane. Thank you, Gilbert. So... Julie Needles, look! I meant to show this to you earlier. I'm finally doing it, Dueling Needles. Dueling Needles' name is going to go on this. Thank you, friend. Took me long enough. I got discouraged after I had to frog everything when I tried to do 3 strands on there. Thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. And for donating to that campaign. You're amazing. KBJ, thank you for summoning Gilbert. I appreciate you. If you get 95.95 or higher in the drop game, you get a free sub, or you could ask me to donate $5 to charity. Your choice. And we could get some donations in on any of the campaigns we have, or I should say for any of the charities we have. KBJ would like to draw your attention to the fact that there is a hype train incoming, which is right at the top of chat. Twitch makes it pretty clear. You have 3 minutes approximately to start a hype train if you would like to. I will say this. You get a wheel spin for every completed level of a hype train. But there's no pressure to do anything financial here. Thank you. 36.22. Cranston, at least you landed.
Shoo.
And, oh, of course, you put the spinning giblet. Oh, of course, a mod made it.
This is
Are you?
not a train. It's a land boat and it's on fire.
That is true. And so somebody, could you please put the land boat out? Does anyone have an extinguisher? Please put out the land boat. It's going to catch the trees on fire. That's the last thing we need, chat. There's already a drought over here on the West Coast. Although you wouldn't know that from the weather over the last week or two in Oregon. At least where I live. Thank you guys for starting a hype train. 20% of level 1. I appreciate you. Again, hype trains also have new emotes. So I should at least inform you that you can get a bunch of new emotes if you participate in a hype train at 100-bit cheer or more. It has to be a single cheer of 100 bits or more. Sub, resub, gift a sub. All of those count. Prime sub, etc. I don't think it counts if you continue your sub for you to get emotes. Check to see if your Prime is ready. If you want to use it here, that'd be lovely, but you don't have to, of course. However, make sure you're using it somewhere every 30 days. All right? There, that's my sales pitch. You met the most gorgeous business professional last week from Portland, works for a famous shoe company. Really makes you wish you were back in Portland. Ah. You were in a local makerspace the other night to drill holes in the hammerheads, and the rain was coming down so hard. Thank you, Dwayne. Zipper or fart, you decide. Someone in chat was like, I can hear the rain through your lapel mic. Oh my gosh. I know, I was lurking you while you were working on those band hammers. They look really cool. Are you selling them? And where? Do people just contact you if they want one? They're pretty cool. KBJ gifted us 3 of those to give out to mods. I still have 1 left. There are some fun, cool emotes that are new emotes for the hype train. You guys have 2.5 minutes. The hype train's at level 1, 26%. Oh, Tangia fire sale. You got to yell at me. You have to yell at me. Okay? 50% fire sale on Tangia. Because I said so. And I got to keep up my end of the bargain. You want to Tangia it up? It's 50% off right now. Bye, Mateo. Have a good one. Thank you for the lurk. They'll eventually end up on your 4th wall, but you have people DMing you as well. Okay, cool. Everything's 50% off in Tangia. I'm bracing myself. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to do anything in Tangia. Especially not the chicken nugget thing that's like 5 minutes long. It is fun, though. The plan was to make 35 because you have a commission for 20, but you cut 85 heads because you got wood at 70% off. So you guess you're making 85. Please let us know when you have them stocked in your shop, and I will gladly promo the heck out of them. I got to check and see what we got to for plus points last month. Thank you guys very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. You have a little less than a minute left on the hype train. Analytics, earnings. We made it to 189 plus points last month. Thank you for that. That's a small decrease from the previous month. Look, if we hit 200 plus points any month, I'll be doing a $50 gift card giveaway. If we hit 300, I'll double the gift card giveaway. And also throw in a handmade item like a dice bag. There you go, KBJ. Definitely. What are plus points? If somebody doesn't know, thank you guys for the hype train. What are plus points? If somebody doesn't know, paid recurring subscriptions count as plus points. Tier 1s are 1 point. It's just like sub points. It's exactly the number of sub points that are associated with a particular tier of subscription. Tier 1s are 1 point. Tier 2s, bye-bye fire sale. Laser for angry. What? Yeah, I don't get it either. Tier 1s are 1 point. Tier 2s are 2 points. Tier 3s are 6 points. Tier 3 is ridiculous. Tier 3 is outrageous. Tier 3 is too much. I need to do something nice for all of our tier 3s soon. And maybe something kind of bigger because I haven't sent you guys anything in a minute. Tier 3 is excessive. But we get 70-30. Partners get 70-30 on tier 3s exclusively. Tier 2s are 60-40 no matter what. When you qualify for Plus program, all your tier 1 and tier 1 gift subs, all gift subs, go up to 60-40, whether you're partner or affiliate. If you can qualify for Plus program level 1, then you get 60-40 minimum on everything for sub revenue outside of primes. Not tier 2. Level 2 of Plus program is 70-30 on everything. Tier 1s, tier 1 gift subs, tier 2s, tier 3s, all of it. It requires that you hit 300 plus points 3 months in a row, which is kind of a tall order for a community of our size, and I'm okay with where we're at right now. It would be nice to get there eventually. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed, stayed subscribed, especially those of you that have been here since, maybe not the beginning, but like quite a long time. Since I started doing this full time, that's so huge. Thank you. I see. Hi, Smokey. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day. I would use them as a charity incentive, but also sell them. Or maybe even be like, hey, if you buy them, I will donate a percentage of the sale to the charity. I don't know. I think they're cool. I think they're worth paying money for. I like them. I might order some from you. It was very kind of you to send me some without asking for anything in return. And so, guys, make sure you're supporting our friend Kosher Bacon Jam, who is a fellow broadcaster and is also a moderator for people and a really generous with support, not just financially, but by, spreading the word about other people whose content that he likes. He'll come in and use the redeem every once in a while to support a nerd. You guys can use that redeem once a stream. It's called Nerd Alert. And you get to tell us about somebody who streams. Find those avenues for promoting your friends and invest yourself in someone's community before you just start self-promoting. We had someone come in the other day. It happens every once in a while, and I know they didn't mean anything by it, but their first message in the chat had to do with them being a streamer. What message does that send? It says, "This is why I'm here. I want to talk about my own channel." Even if that's not what you intend for it to say, that is what it says to the person on the receiving end. Oh, you just got here and you want to talk about the fact that you also stream. So it's something to be aware of and to pay attention to what the etiquette is and wait before you figure out, is it okay to talk about that in here? Maybe it's a channel where they're like, everybody talk about your streams. Please feel free, go for it. I don't care. You could be here you could be a 5-second follower. You could be a 5-year follower. Talk away about it nonstop. I find that unfortunately, sometimes in communities like that, that's all that people are there for and they're not truly invested and it doesn't end up working out. This is your campaign art for St. Jude. Like, KBJ been here for a minute, y'all. Wait, why is it? Why do I only see part of it? Oh, I needed to scroll. How cute is that? That's adorable.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of tier 3, Ella. Ella, I love you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your amazing support. How are you doing? How's Hubs? Ella, I love you so much. Thank you for your tier 3. You get to pick 6. You got a cold. Hubs, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You get to pick 6 resin chickens. 6 of them to go in the bowl. I have pink, orange. I have light pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white. Dealer's choice. One of every color of the rainbow. Kinda. That depends. Are you going to be a stickler about what that means? Are you going to be all Roy G. Biv? Whee! Thank you, Ella. I love you so much. You're so amazing. Thank you for your tier 3 resub. I could get a little work done on this cross stitch today, but yeah, there's a lot going on in yeah. I might have to stay home tomorrow to wait for a repair person for the fridge. We have a home warranty, so we pay for we pay a flat fee for the visit. And so far everyone they've sent has been great, other than when there was confusion because we have a combination water heater and furnace. And they were like, well, is this a plumbing issue or an HVAC issue? I was like, I don't know. There's a pump on the outside of it, and it made a lot of really bad noises, and it doesn't seem to be working right now. I have hot water. I have heat. I don't know what's wrong with it. You guys are supposed to come fix that out or figure that out. You been working on any projects lately, Ella? I love the artwork. That's very cute. KBJ. Need to make a post to the Quirky Clickers Discord and maybe start inviting other people in there. Just haven't had enough time to put work into that server like I'd like to. And I have plenty of help available. People are very willing to help, so it's not that. It's just sitting down and making decisions, which I'm not the best at. Question for the class. Should you wear knee-high Bob Ross socks and Birkenstocks to an autism awareness meeting at your goblin school? Yeah. If you want to wear it.
This is a nerd alert.
Got to take off to work in a few. You forgot this existed until I mentioned it. This longtime friend just went offline. You're sure it'll be up again soon. Do you like chickens, goats, and farm animals? Yes, I think you do. Well, it's goat making season on your friend's farm, so tune in to see the animals doing their things. Their farm is new to streaming, but so cute as a second monitor stream. Awesome. Done. Schmid Farm. Oh, I'm sick. I was follower number 69. I was follower number 69. I think. It says 70 now. One of us was. One of us was follower number 69. Hi, Spaceballs. How's it going? Everybody, please follow Spaceballs as well. Especially if you like coffee. If you're like a coffee nerd. Not crafting IRL-wise, but you pushed your crafters in Final Fantasy 14 to 100. And you are officially an Omni-crafter. Congratulations. Ew, coffee, Spaceballs. I rescind my invite to the team. I've had goat before. It's interesting. Ads in 3 minutes. Thank you, Cranston. We have a 3-minute ad break coming in 3 minutes. Please get up, stretch, get a drink, whatever you need to do. If you don't have a sub or turbo, thank you for staying through them. And thank you, subscribers. You don't get the ads. Turbo friends, you count as ad impression credit, even though you don't see them. That's amazing. I will definitely look forward to checking their stream out. Thank you, KBJ, and have a great day at work. Thank you for the lurk, Ella. I love you. Thank you so much for your tier 3 resub and for adding 6 hecking plus points to our total, which is so incredibly helpful. And it's helpful no matter what, right? Like, a lot of us that stream, we don't do it solely as our or I should say make content. A lot of content creators don't do it for their regular paycheck. But that kind of support, it really, first of all, it's just such a huge, you feel like, wow, someone really endorses what we do to like the max level. I will say this, if you're in the market to support at tier 3, do yourself a favor if you can. Subscribe in advance because you get a discount. If you can do a 3 or a 6 month in advance, you're going to get a discount. And I don't believe we share that discount with Twitch. I don't think we split the discount that you get for being a multi-month advance sub. I'd have to check into it, but I'm fairly certain that's not one. The promo they did, the promo that they did just recently, hi NFB, for the sale on 5 gift subs or more, that was a discount that the streamer splits with Twitch, unless they opt out. You can opt out. I've not opted out because I figure, like, look, it's a brief period of time. If it incentivizes people to support in a way that they might have already, but they are like, oh cool, I could do, you know, additional gift subs. I think that it works out in your favor overall, but I understand it should be optional. It should be optional, and people should understand very clearly. That was some criticism they received after another recent promo was, hey, it wasn't clear that we were splitting the discount, that the streamer was splitting the discount with the platform. Let's see. Is this the correct project? Yes. Doing a lot of this on stream lately, and I don't anticipate finishing it anytime soon. But I have been enjoying it. It's been good practice. And I highly recommend, if you're going to work with dark Ada like this is like a navy colored Ada. It's not quite black. Getting one of these light boards that people often use for tracing or for diamond art it's been extremely helpful. It makes it a lot easier to see where you need to put your needle. All right, now I need to only for certain things. I don't think that's the case during September. Spaceballs. But when they do them outside of that, it is a thing. Yeah, if you don't want to split the discount with them, I mean, so that means that your folks aren't going to get the discount. Right? It means you're not participating in the discount. And that's fine. I think that's a valid choice if that's what somebody wants to do. If you just got an ad break, thanks for staying through it. I do appreciate it. Yeah, these are called Q. The ones that I'm using are called Q snaps, and they are a popular choice. Some people prefer the round hoops. Some people for a larger piece prefer like a stand. I know Old Man Chadley, when he's doing his really big pieces, he tends to use like, I think it's like on a stand, and it might even be like a scroll or something like that. If they were gift subs, were they gift subs? And you still shouldn't be making less than $1. That's crazy. There is zero transparency. I mean,
well, dang.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Razor, there's a tier 2 resub. Gosh, that's a tier 3 and a tier 2 back to back. How dare you? How dare you all? Thank you so much, Razor. I really appreciate you, friend. I have a question for you. Pick a color or 2 colors. A color or 2 colors. Thank you so much. Well, dang, indeed. That's a tier 2, and that's 17 months. Thank you. What color resin chicken would you like to be? Light pink, pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white? Green and purple. Thank you. And then we keep them in here. See, I've almost thought about maybe this should be the resub container. And then this is the gift subs. And the foam eggs for the raids. Maybe we could even have another container for raiders. Would that make more sense? Executive decision. I have plenty of these resin chickens. I made sure to buy enough. There's a lot of them. There's 120 in a bag, and I bought 3 bags. All right. Wouldn't you like to be a clucker too? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Wait, did we put you in there yet? No, we didn't. Purple. I know that looks pink, but it's actually purple. If you put it next to this, you can see it. And green. Thank you, Razor. I really appreciate it. This was the brainchild of Chimera's QC. Chimera was like, this is what you need to do. I was like, okay. The rubber chicken squawks are great, but there are times that I think they were getting a bit... We might still come up with some way for you guys to make a bunch of noise. How's your day going, Razor? It's good to change things up. It's honestly good to change things up. We've done a lot of different things to celebrate people subscribing. I used to do a 3-round hexagon, granny hexagon for every sub, and when someone gifted, I was doing one for the gifter and the giftee, like a complete psychopath. So, you know, as your channel grows and evolves and changes, so should your things like that. Windy but sunny. All right. I like that combination personally. As long as it's not so windy that things just are like blowing all over the place. Willy-nilly. Yeah, so that's really amazing. That's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 points worth of resubs and gifts today. Thank you for that. This is, if you guys are just joining us, a project that has been on the back burner for some time. This is from a charity campaign that we did a while back for Starlight. And the folks that donated to it, some of them redeemed, you know, put my name on the cross stitch. And so here I am finally working on it. Dope. Oh boy. I gotta let this untwist a little bit. The floss does get twisted sometimes, which can end up causing it to make a knot, especially in the back, I find. Sometimes you don't notice you have a knot until you've already made a bunch more stitches. Sometimes it's a really small one and you can just kind of cross stitch over it. Other times, not so much. I have no idea how long I've already spent on this project. I have no idea how many stitches this is. I don't use a pattern keeper. I find things like that make projects like this feel like work and drudgery. Unfortunately, sometimes. And then I'm less likely to work on it. There are some things that help me a little bit. One of them is, and I didn't do this yesterday, not stopping at a point where I have to thread the needle. If I'm that close, then just, you know, getting to where I can... Come on now. Thread the needle and, you know, do a bit of like the beginning of a row. Definitely feeling more comfortable doing this, but noticing some inconsistency in my stitches, which, you know, it's practice makes perfect kind of a thing. And like wondering, does that have to do with like how hard I'm pulling, trying to pull the thread, you know, to the same tautness, I guess, would be the best description. Tension. Yeah, I guess I think of that term specifically more to do with like crochet and knitting, but it makes sense. Well, Lotus, you went ahead and said something. You remember that. You went ahead and commented. This is like restaurants, Lotus. It's It's like restaurants. When you say something about how calm it is, it's Murphy's Law. Oh, sure. I'm not talking about it being like absolutely, you know, perfectly the same on every single stitch. I'm wondering, like, you know, was I tired? Had I been doing it for too long? Is there sort of like a point at which I loosen a bit because I've been doing it for a while, you know? So, like, is there a time when I should maybe consider giving it a rest, not because I feel like stopping, but because the work won't look as neat? Oops.
Are you bussin' on God? No cap, you bet.
I don't know. I don't know. Give me a second.
Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't be suspicious.
You see, Lotus? Why would I do what? Wait, what? Why would we do what? Comment on how, that's a good question for Lotus. You're good, Lotus. Thank you, friend. You know what? I changed my mind. Oh, yeah. I don't know, Razor. Walk in and... the thing is, one of two things. They're going to think one of two things to themselves. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, de su gente. Ah, sí. They're either going to be like, yeah, and I want it to stay that way, or yeah, and that means I'm not making money. I'm worried about paying my rent. But they have to look at you and go, yep, yeah, kind of quiet. Who's playing? Oh, it's Maz. Hi, Maz. Why isn't that showing up in the activity feed? Maz. Hi, Maz. Mama Zach, it's going. We are getting somewhere now that I finally picked this back up after making the massive misstep of trying to do 3 strands over 16 count. That was a kind of a dingbat move. And none of you tried to stop me. It's okay though. Guys, please give Mama Zach a follow. Awesome friend of the stream. Has also fundraised with us on Team Quirky Cluckers. I don't know if you're planning on doing anything for Play Live Challenge season for St. Jude's, Mama Zach, but we would love to have you if you are. I set up the team campaign today. We're not going to make a big deal out of it. It goes all the way through the end of May. No pressure. Just wanted to let you know that it's there. If you're so inclined. You did not. Wait, there's your 25 bits. Twitch is acting weird. I just saw one of your 25 bits in the activity feed, and it says 2 minutes ago. What is going on? Oh, Maz, thank you. I adore you. Thank you so much. Maz, that's so incredibly sweet. Thank you, friend. I really appreciate you. I was just saying, doing it in advance is the best way to save some money. Honestly. I don't expect anyone to subscribe, right? But if you're going to do it, save yourself some dough if you can, and do 3 or 6 in advance. Your support means the world to me, Maz. Thank you so much. We made it to 189 plus points last month, and you are part of that. Thank you. And thank you for the little toots. We have qualified, re-qualified, re-qualified, re-qualified for Plus program every month since they changed it over, and we qualified the very first month. Thank you guys so much for that. Hi, Brian. How you doing, Brian? Brian and I need to plan a Fortnite collab. I wonder if they're going to have a GCX map available for St. Jude Play Live stuff. If that map is still around. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on with you? Are you anxious about something? I hope not. Did you guys hear that Brian has a new Kickstarter? Did we update your command? I think we did. Ah. Yes, we did. Yeah, we did something right for once. You're gonna do great. Score the Gone Bananas April Fool's badge by sharing a Twitch clip that made you lulz before April 4th, 6 minutes ago from marketing. Thanks, Twitch marketing. Get yourself a banana badge. Hello, Wombat. Wait, what? Time for something. Huh? Brian, you got this. Oh, I see. I get it. Oh no, 17 minutes ago, Sea Wolfpack said, Botrix, I already follow 9 all over the interwebs on YouTube. I am so sorry. I'm a terrible person. You were talking over there for like 15 minutes. You're still there? Wow. Now that is a W community member. NMV, I love you so much. Cats overtook dogs as the #1 pet in America? Wow. But how many households have both, too, though, right? Oh, my goodness, Court. Mm-hmm. Maz! Holy cannolis. Goodness gracious. Oh my underwear. How dare you? Thank you. And how dare you? And thank you. And how dare you? And why? Thank you for the lurk over on YouTube, Sea Wolfpack. I appreciate you. If you guys aren't subscribed to the YouTube, Korg started it? Oh, I see.
Just wiggle a bit.
Did you see there's a Zach M. Rutledge version of that in there, Maz? Thank you for the Tangia interaction. Thank you, Korg and Maz. And Maz and Korg. And Maz. For the biddies. I'm just checking the time. I gotta make sure I'm keeping an eye on the time.
Wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. All you got to do is just wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. I said wiggle it a little bit.
Oh no!
Wiggle a bit. All you got to do is just wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. I said wiggle it a little bit.
We need to do that. All right. Here we go. I didn't announce it in the Discord. Let's announce it in the Discord. Okay, I'm just typing something in the Discord. I'm answering text messages. Dear God. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, have a good time. In order to enter this giveaway, you need to be 18 and over, following the channel. If you live outside the United States, I need you to cover at least half the shipping. We can split the cost of the shipping. I can't afford to ship to you outside the US. I checked today, a 4-ounce package to the UK from where I live, $19.95. A very small 4-ounce package, $19.95. I'm sorry. I understand that might preclude some of you from entering, so that's going to be around $10 US that you would be responsible for. $10 US. Approximately. It depends on where you live, and I can't prepay. Like, I don't know if it even gives me the option to prepay customs duties, taxes, fees, etc. If you live outside the US, sometimes shipping to you physical items is just a really huge pain, and I want to include you. But physical items to places outside the US has become prohibitively expensive unless you can help me with the shipping. Please understand, I do not want to put these stipulations on giveaways. I just don't really have a choice. I have bills to pay. Okay? Thank you for your understanding. 18 and over following the channel, you will need to be here to claim your prize in 5 minutes after I start the giveaway. You will need to type a command in the chat to claim your prize, and I will need you to fill out a form so that I can send you your prize. So yes, you will have to share your information with me in order to receive your prize. It's really frustrating, Korg, because I'm not selling you something. Yes, the Wolfpack. And if you are watching on YouTube, you will need to come over and enter in Twitch chat. I can't run the giveaway through 2 different platforms at the same time. It is a surprise yarn package, at least 2 skeins, so probably a minimum of 200 grams of yarn. This is yarn that would cost $30 a skein in a boutique, or at least 15 or 20 online. I know, I see you on Twitch. And so I'm just letting anyone else that might be lurking about on YouTube know they can't enter on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out over there. I'm sorry that I didn't see your messages until long after you had typed them. Okay, you need to be following the channel, 18 and over. You will need to type a command into the chat. You will have to type a command to claim your prize. If you live outside the US, I will need assistance with the shipping. I can't afford to ship outside the US except in certain circumstances. Like the yarn bowl, that's going to be 50%. You know, we split the cost of the shipping because it's going to the Philippines. All right? Trust me, I really wish, and it's like 50 or 60 bucks for me to ship that yarn bowl to the Philippines. It's a lot. I wish I didn't have to make this stipulation. Thank you for your understanding. Exclamation point, gimme. And we will be drawing 2 winners. 2 winners. We will be drawing 2 winners. You want to cover all the shipping? I'm not going to argue. But I need you to help with at least half. Hand-dyed yarn from me, as well as some that I would just kind of need to, you know, make room. And I love all of the yarn that I've bought, but I don't know when I'll use it. And we need to make room. And the stuff that I had listed in my shop is, there's not a whole lot of it left. You want to just buy yarn directly from me? DM me. I'll let you know what I have. This is kind of a like while supplies last situation.
Did someone say yarn?
Arlandria, yes. Or is Discord okay? I'm going to need to weigh it and use your address to calculate. So yes, I will let you know. Canada's still international shipping. I don't live in Canada. Thank you, Cranston. You guys have 2.5 minutes approximately to enter to win some yarn. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of what we do. We triggered another one of these today, so we'll do 2 winners. Every 50 new sub points, I'll be doing this until I run out. of hand-dyed stuff by me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Now, I mean, we do giveaways all the time for stuff like people will sponsor giveaways, and I sometimes do giveaways for like Fourth Wall for like merch and stuff. And you're welcome to enter those if you're international, with the caveat that unfortunately sometimes, again, I can't control the situation with, you know, imported goods in your country. That's the only thing, you know. 1 minute left. We will be drawing 2 winners, so don't go anywhere. After we draw the first winner, we will draw a second winner, and then we should be all caught up. We've had 2 winners so far. One's Petey and one's Arlandria. If you've already won this, Petey, if you've already won, I'm going to respectfully request that you allow other people a chance to win, Petey. I'm sorry. I didn't make that stipulation before. I should have, because I feel like with prizes like this, I only have so much to go around, and it's important that we give everyone a chance. You won't have time to type the command, so if it lands on your name, I'm going to draw again. I think that's fair. I can't remove you at this point. Ella, I love you so much, Ella. I just made something with yarn from Ella. Ella, congratulations. Yay, Ella.
Hi.
I love you. Ella, congratulations. Don't go anywhere, the rest of you that entered. We do another one. Congratulations. Will you fill out the form for me? Thank you. Look at you. You know where the form is. Thank you so much. I love your face. I'm excited. It's a surprise what the yarn you'll get, but if I know you and I know what kind of things you like to make, I may try and, you know, figure something out as far as like, well, what color would they like? Thank you, Ella. I love you. I'm excited to send you some yarn. Ella has done so much for this channel and is such an amazing friend and so generous. I'm happy for anyone when they win a giveaway. Yes, Petey, I saw that. Thank you for understanding. I think that's pretty standard as far as giveaways when you've won one of the same type of prize recently, to let others have a chance. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's next? Who's the second winner? And then we'll be all caught up. RC. RC, congratulations. Two people. Why is your name green? Brian, why is your name green? Were you just going to see if I noticed? It hovered on your name for a second. Lindis, I know. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. RC, you got to type the command. Oh, my goodness. Is that what that means? RC, you got to type !win. RC, are you here? Oh, my gosh. I'm going to feel so bad if RC doesn't type !win in the next 15 seconds. RC Maniac 25, are you here? There you go. Jeez, you about gave me a heart attack. All right. RC, if you would fill out the form for me right here, please, even though I know I send you things fairly regularly, please fill it out for me again. It's how I track expenses. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Congratulations. Hi, the Ethernai. How are you? Your coworker had a question. That's fine. It's just we need to know that you're actually here. And we need to apply the same rules to everyone. Thank you so much, everybody, for entering. That catches us up. on yarn giveaways. Every 50 new sub points, I will be doing this until I have ran through my stash of hand-dyed yarn from myself. And so I'm going to hopefully look forward to doing it again a few times before we move some stuff around. I need to get some things out of here. I need to destash, and I am thinking this will be a good way for people to be able to get a hold of some yarn from me, as well as, you know, some other fun, high-quality stuff that I've bought in the past. Yes, I will. I will message you, and Arlandria, same. I will message you. Petey, you're in the U.S., so no biggie. It'll probably cost like maybe $5 or $6 to send. Within the U.S., it's like $5 or $6. It quadruples in price when we go outside the U.S. Oh, I hope that resolves quickly. That's no fun. I hope everybody else is well, especially you. I mean, I have teenagers, and I know you feel the same way. I have teenagers, and I don't like when they're sick, but it's especially sad when it's a baby. You don't ever want them to be sick. Oh, I bet. But it helps, doesn't it? Does it seem to help? Yeah, that's tough. Thank you, Cranston. We have an ad break incoming. And I am going to actually go on a BRB screen. Oh, thank you. I forgot that was still on the screen. Mod Love. I appreciate the heck out of you, Seawolf Pack. That's really kind. We are live on YouTube as well as Twitch. And getting ever closer to YouTube partner level 2. What does partner level 2 do for YouTube channels? It will enable me to earn ad revenue from shorts and long form videos. And every, possible avenue for adding to our revenue is, something I will try to take advantage of if I feel like it's the right choice for me, in order to be able to keep doing this full time and keep supporting charity. So if we hit partner level 2, I will include YouTube ad revenue, super chats, all that stuff in our 5% goes to charity. Once I receive my payout from March, I will be able to make a contribution to a fellow charity streamers campaign sometime later this month, probably right around the 15th. Thank you to those of you who, and that also applies to Fourth Wall. If you subscribe, cheer bits, do anything like that here on Twitch, I take 5% of my payout and 5% of any fourth wall profit, fourth wall payout. And I will include YouTube in that if we get, I haven't received a payout from YouTube yet because I haven't hit the threshold, which is totally fine. You guys are welcome to support through YouTube if you want. We do get a slightly better standard base. Over there. How you doing, Fairy? I saw that you raided to the Mocos today. That's so awesome. They are supporting. They're supporting a ton of people. They are celebrating their they're having their big partner party again this year, which I was unable to participate in, and that's okay. It just kind of slipped my mind, to be honest with you. I would have totally done it. I would have done like even just a fourth wall shop code, but I just got completely buried under charity stuff in March, and the deadline passed, and I'm not about to ask for special treatment. So, however, I will relentlessly promote all of the people who are doing it by saying, please visit them. Please visit the shops that are participating. I think there might be a spreadsheet somewhere. Are you doing a code for it, Fairy? You won a skein of hand-dyed yarn from me. You won a total of 2 skeins. One from me and one from just from my stash. So yes, a total of 2 skeins. You only need to fill it out once, though. Just put D-stash giveaway or something of that ilk. That's a long message, and I will read it in a second. I just was struggling with weaving in this thread, and I figured out a much better way to do this. I was doing it differently before, and I'm glad I figured it out. I was trying to use as much of the thread as possible, and then I realized that's silly. I should weave it in at the end, and then when I go to do the thing to attach the thread, then I'm just smooth sailing, and there's no ends to be. No ends to be woven in so they don't get tangled. You have a question for me about feelings. As a male, you're curious how things like Stream Raiders shutting down, finishing a long single-player game, or finishing a long TV series compare to postpartum depression. If I experienced any with my kids, feel free not to answer if you don't want to. Those 3 things make you feel a tiny bit of what should I do with my life. Thankfully, you quit SR like a year ago, so the game wasn't so hard on you, but you still felt something. I don't think there's really a parallel for a variety of reasons. Towards the end of a pregnancy, make the world better, you want nothing more than for that healthy baby to be on the outside of you. You are so ready for that baby to be on the outside of you. PPD is completely different. It is a series of symptoms and conditions that often can even have to do with hormonal situations and the like, that have nothing to do with mourning the loss of something. It is literally that your body is going through a massive, massive hormonal change. You've had hormones pumping through your body for 9 months to grow a human. And then on top of that, so unlike something ending, the pregnancy ends and your journey as a parent begins. And maybe you're juggling parenting other kids and work and a partner and cleaning a house. I really don't think there's a whole lot of a parallel, to be completely honest with you. You asked and I'm answering. I don't think there's really a parallel at all. I think that is definitely a valid set of feelings to go through, but trying to compare it to postpartum depression, which is something that when you're struggling with it is extremely difficult because it is often feels as though it comes out of nowhere and there is no explanation for it. And you know that you have all these things to be thankful for and happy about. You've got an infant, hopefully, a healthy infant that you're caring for, and that's a joyful thing. You end up feeling terribly that you can't seem to get it together to take care of yourself, your house, your kids, and enjoy your relationship with your partner if there's one in the picture. And it's something often women feel a lot of shame in talking about because they are worried that if they tell people they're having these feelings, that it will appear that they're not a good enough mom or that they don't care enough about their kids. I personally did not experience a lot of it, and I'm very thankful for that because I've had friends who have, and it can be devastating. And I know you're not trying to make light of it. I'm sharing with you what I think it is important to share about it because it is something that many, 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 many women struggle with and don't feel like they're allowed to talk about because there's a lot of stigma around mental health to begin with, and they don't want to appear to be unfit parents. And I would say what you're experiencing when those things happen is because you had an emotional connection with something outside of yourself and it's not something that is happening to you physically. Does that make sense? Because this is physical for a lot of people. They feel like they can't get out of bed. Their body is basically rebelling against them. The health complications for you or the babe that can arise from birth can add to that, can exacerbate it. If you had a cesarean and it was difficult, if your birth was really, really difficult, if you received less than stellar care while you were giving birth, and God forbid something terrible happens and the baby is either, stuck in the hospital or worse. So I want to be open about this, and I don't want you to feel ashamed about your question, but I would say that they're not really very similar at all, frankly. I'm lucky. We had one cesarean, and it was stressful. I had 2 births that were... The second one was a walk in the park compared to a lot. The third one was terrible. I'll just be honest. I love her to the moon, and I'm so glad we both made it through it, but it was looking not so great for a minute there. And I had some pretty complicated feelings about not being able to successfully have a third natural birth. You asked a question that I have deep personal feelings about, so I hope you don't feel like I'm trying to answer your question honestly to satisfy your curiosity since you asked, and, you asked politely, but I would say careful who you ask these questions to if you're not prepared for a very difficult answer. I learned that lesson early on in discussing my own children, my own experiences with pregnancy and childbirth, and asking other people questions that I felt were very innocent and well-meaning to them about, well, how many kids do you have? And getting the answer, well, we had 3. Or finding out that somebody had many, 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 many pregnancy losses, and that question was extremely difficult for them to receive over and over again. Congratulating someone on their first pregnancy they will likely understand, but maybe they've struggled to conceive. You know, it's such a personal thing. And some people don't want kids and don't ever want to think about having kids. And that's a valid choice. The topic of childbirth and pregnancy is very hard for them for a variety of reasons. So it's one I would tread lightly asking people about without knowing a little bit about their history. Your nephew was a NICU baby for a while. He was oh my goodness gracious. Oh, the ether and I. My heart breaks when I hear about things like that. That's so rough. I really hope that everything is as okay as it possibly can be now. You know? You know, typically I come here to squeeze rubber chickens and let people make fart noises through the internet. You know what I mean? I don't mind having more serious discussions from time to time. But again, if you're going to open up that type of discussion, you better be prepared for an answer that might not be so easy to hear. I'm so glad that I have 3 kids. I love them so much. It is a big transition. They're easier on the inside. In fact, well, I don't want to say that either, because that's not always true. My sister had 20 weeks of bed rest. Ugh. Theether and I love you so much. Those babies are so lucky. Those kids are so lucky to have you in their lives. To have family members that care and will stand by them and will help and will do everything in their power to make sure that they hopefully can come back from something so horrendous that they had absolutely zero choice in. Hi, Ghost. I'm going to move on from the topic just because it's real heavy. And, you know, just know, though, if you've gone through this, if you have suffered a miscarriage, if you have struggled with infertility, if you have experienced infant loss either directly or it's a family member, you know, any of the stuff like Theether and I is talking about. My nephew, unfortunately, was exposed similarly to substance abuse in the womb. So maybe that's why that one hits pretty hard for me. And that person is no longer in his life, thank goodness. And my brother's doing a great job as a single dad, and I love him, and I hope that he, you know, and my nephew can just move on in their lives because they don't need that person in their life anymore. He moves mountains, that little boy. You love him and all his siblings. You were going through pics of when you had them, and your heart breaks for them. They're doing so much better in life now. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. And you're part of that. My childhood wasn't perfect. Nobody's is. But my mother made sure. She made damn sure. Forgive the strong language. But she made sure that my sister and I had a better upbringing than she did. It wasn't perfect. Mistakes were made. All we're doing is trying to do better for our kids, and not because we judge our parents. You know, not because we stand in judgment of our parents as horrible people, but because isn't that what we want? Good. I'm really glad. Oh, thanks. Make the world better. Hey, listen, you know, the thing is, emotions are complex and they're different for everyone. So it's absolutely understandable, you know, to want to know, like, you know, does this compare? But I would caution against trying to process emotions in that way because they are yours and no one else's. And that can be daunting and scary. it can be hard. And maybe sometimes trying to, ask questions about how other people feel might help you. But there's no real way to gauge that. Emotions are not quantifiable. And so attempting to compare, different types of experiences that may or may not come along with them, like some complicated emotional situations, it can be tricky. And I don't mind you asking at all. But the reason I said what I said and the reason I answered the way that I did is because as a student of human nature for 25 years waiting tables, I learned a lot of things about people. And one of them was to tread lightly while asking personal questions, because some people do not have the ability to answer that question to you without it really affecting how they go about the rest of their day. And so for me, it's an act of empathy to try to wait until I know whether or not someone seems like they're receptive to that type of question. And if you've been coming here for a while, you might feel that I'm the type of person who's pretty open. Sometimes what I do is over-intellectualize. Maybe just a little bit. So I can use a bunch of vocabulary and I can wrap my mind around concepts of emotions, but I do sometimes struggle myself to process my own. And everybody, I think, has certain things that are hard for them to sort out their emotions around. And it's work to do that. So really, you just have to put the work in. There's no way around it, and sometimes you just have to let them slowly dissipate over time. And sometimes they come rushing back out of nowhere and you don't know why, but that's how emotions work. And it's part of what makes us human. So even though it's difficult, I think it's beautiful. Many of them are things we consider quote unquote good, but they're all part of the same sort of sphere. And without the difficult ones, how would we appreciate? Without sadness and sorrow and disappointment and anger and fear, how would we process and understand that we're experiencing joy and happiness and fulfillment and love? You often feel like a robot on the outside, observing others who actually have emotions. So when you actually have a feeling, you can't stop thinking about it for a while. I highly recommend, if you're up for it, journaling, drawing, anything that will give you an outlet and that you can do in your own way, your own time, and your own pace, and not worry about what other people think of it. Let go of that notion and allow yourself just to express. Don't worry about whether it's good. You don't have to be good at art for it to do you, quote unquote, whatever that means. Music, whatever it is. You don't have to be good at it for it to serve the purpose of giving you a creative outlet for expressing yourself. This is a terrible side effect of celebrity and fame and the social media comparison machine. Just enjoy it. Let it flow through you. Do you like crocheting? Does doing something with your hands make you feel like you are able to get out some of your nervous mental energy? And then the added bonus of having a finished object, if you care about finishing objects, and maybe either something nice for you to use or wear or a gift for a loved one, go for it. Who cares if it's the most amazing crochet, you have the perfect tension and gauge. If you want to practice till you get good at those things, just keep going. Bob Ross said it best. Talent is just a pursued interest. And if something gives you joy and makes you feel good while you're doing it, then why would you stop just because it's a bit of a struggle at first, or even for a little while, or you get to a point where there's a technique that's hard? If you are enjoying it, frustration is tough. It can be hard to get through frustration when you're doing something creative. But if you really enjoy it, then pick a different way to do it if something is giving you enough frustration that you're going to stop enjoying it. The Dory effect. Just keep swimming. And if you find that something that you were doing is no longer bringing you joy and it's not something that you need to do to survive, why keep doing it? Why do you guys think every once in a while I'll turn stuff on its head around here? It's because I want to make sure I'm not allowing myself to feel like we're in a rut. This is the best job I've ever had because I can change how I do it at a moment's notice if I want. I try to be consistent about certain things because I think it's important. I try to be transparent. After a couple of years in a restaurant, man, that would kill my soul. Ugh, be so bored. Hi, how are you? Yep, you guys want the pimento cheeseburger and an old fashioned. Yep. Yes, let me tell you about our bakery for the 17th time tonight. Like, you know, and I didn't mind that to an extent. There's an autopilot factor to that that's kind of nice in a way. And there's nothing wrong with feeling like you're comfortable in a job, know what you're doing it well, they're paying you well, and so therefore, why would I move on to something else? Nothing wrong with that at all.
Got a Twitch streamer 9.5.
Always spreading love,
keeping spirits high.
She's like a crazy rubber chicken, no lie, brightening up your day. Arlandria says, shut up and sing, streamer.
Make you fly.
Fiber artist, making crochet dreams come true. Every creation, something beautiful and new.
Supporting
St. Jude and Starlight too. Spread kindness and love. All for you. Na na na. Spreading kindness and love, all for you. Thank you, Arlandria. Did you know that was going to happen? You might not have even known. Arlandria, thank you for your 1,000-bit cheer. That's wild. Yes, that song was written by the robots for us, by Princess Kimmy. Thank you so much. So what are you guys' specials? Shut up, Ghost. Thank you so much. That's a lot of support for the channel, and that's a fun alert that happens when you cheer exactly 1,000 bits. You just wanted to send hugs? No! Stop it, Winstitch! No! No, Winstitch! No! Bad Winstitch! I keep forgetting. I should just screenshot this and pull up the screenshot. I just thought of that. How come I didn't think of that before? Winstitch, shut up. It's time to put you away anyway. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. I really appreciate it. And, you know, every moment that you guys spend in here is supporting the channel. But some of you choose to support financially, and it really means a lot to me. And 5% of that is going to go to another charity streamer in May. It'll go to another charity streamer in May because we're officially in a new month now. You're making sweet and sour rice with pad thai noodles. Oh my gosh, Cranston, that sounds delightful. I'll take all of it and then some. Hurry up. Speaking of, we are going to wrap things up pretty soon here because I need to get ready to leave the house, and I also need to eat something before I leave. Thank you guys very much for a wonderful March, by the way. We raised a ton of funds for charity. Our grand total for Starlight was $3,520. And we also raised $2,509.99 for Big Table, bringing our charity total raised for the month of March to $6,029.99. Thank you. That's huge. $6,029.99. So, imagine, had we raised that much for a single charity, we would be like really like super. This is another example of like it all adds up. We'd be like, wow, $6,000 for a single charity campaign. So I want you to consider that a cumulative number for the month and think about how much support that is for two different amazing programs, amazing organizations whose programs serve sick kids in the hospital as well as people in the hospitality and restaurant industry. Big Table folks are so thrilled that we supported them like this. And I'd really love to try and make it into a bigger event next year, which may or may not mean that I haven't decided yet. I'm going to think about it. I'm not sure if we'll participate in Mario Day if it becomes big enough. It just depends. I love Mario Day. I love Starlight. I love participating with Team Stream Stars. We do 12 days every year. I need to consider how I can best serve each of these charities. And spreading myself too thinly is not going to accomplish that. So kind of just giving some thought to all of that stuff and wanting to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success, not just right now, but in the long term, just like Big Table does for people who work in restaurants. They provide triage crisis care, and then they also offer mentorship, counseling, and fellowship for them to come and to spend time with other human beings who care about their future and want them to be stable in the long run, not just right now. So thank you very much, everybody, for an amazing March. Thank you for 189 plus points. Thank you for all of you who were generous and took advantage of the sale on gift subs. So we're all caught up on giveaways now and working on another one. Our winners today were Elandriel and RC Maniac, who have both already filled out the forms. I don't think I put that in the giveaways channel yet. And maybe a mod did, but I have not yet. I can do it right now. I'm already in there. How was your day, Miro? Thank you so much for popping in. I'm sorry that we're about to wrap up. I hope you had a good day. Thank you so much for everything you do for us, friend. All of our mods. What are you nerfing? Why are you nerfing? Freaking blah, 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 blah. Look at me. I'm 9.5. I've got something to say. I'm just going to pretend like I don't know what's going on when you do that so that new people are going to be very confused as to why the mods are abusing the streamer. Arlandria Miro put the link right there in chat for you. We would love to have you in the Discord. Please, everybody, if you're not in the Discord, click that link and join. Yesterday was our show and tell day. We do that once a week on Mondays. So if you have projects you'd like to share in there, pictures, our rule is please no pictures of kiddos, no one under the age of 18, so that we can respect privacy and, kids. It's important. My kids show up on my stream. I've had the discussion with them. I don't force any of them to come on stream with me. They like doing it. The middle kiddo's gotten a little bit camera shy, and I never force him. He sometimes pops in the background. He's just not the one who wants to be in front of a camera all the time, right? Moni doesn't care. She comes down here and interrupts me all the time. Henry's definitely fond of coming down and trying to take over my stream. And I involve them when we're doing outdoor stuff sometimes and everything, but they're never required. And I don't center my content around my kids. I think that's a little weird, personally. It can get weird. Let's put it that way. I'm sure not everyone who does that has, issues with balance and all of that, but I wonder about it. Yes. YouTube, thank you. If you were watching on YouTube, I really appreciate, thank you for the reminder, Miro. I really appreciate you hanging out with us today. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you all while we get ready to raid out on Twitch. If you were watching on YouTube and you're not